Whoa, that was a long hot air balloon ride, but here I am finally at the docking station for hot air balloons on Life's Peak, the highest point in the Casserole Mountain Range, the highest mountain range in all of Potluck Land. It feels good to be up here today. Find out why on today's episode of Life's Potluck Buffet. I'm John Paulus. Thanks for joining me. Today's episode is about worksheet 29. And as you'll recall from card 29, the topic here is about something you always thought was beyond you that is actually within your capabilities. And there is nothing truer than this statement, that those wildest dreams you have are attainable. Because they're not just dreams, they're what you can do. I know it seems like, well, can I? And that's the whole point of worksheet 29, to say, yes, you can. The thinking behind this is pretty straightforward. It's that our wildest dreams are solely our own. No matter how much we think that our wildest dreams belong to other people or are, isn't that everybody's wildest dream, right? We say that a lot. But in fact, all of our wildest dreams individually are only our own wildest dreams because each one of us is unique and unrepeatable as a human being. So, let's get into our wildest dreams a little bit today by thinking about something we think that's beyond us that is actually within our capabilities. And this is the reason why I'm joining you today from the chalet on Life's Peak near the hot air balloon docking station, is to talk about this concept of our wildest dreams are within our capabilities. Let's go to the worksheet, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so here we are with the worksheet. I'm going to choose a pen color today. That's not where the pen colors are. I'm going to go to where the pen colors actually are. Okay, let's see. Today, we're going to choose black. That's one of the colors in the Life's Potluck Buffet card deck. For example, the 7 pointed stars on the Life's Potluck rules and the wild cards, and they're all black. So that's one of Life's Potluck Buffet's colors. Let me read worksheet 29 to you. It's in the blue dumplings suit. There are 3 blue dumplings to the top left, 3 blue dumplings to the top right. And the card says, write or draw in the frame something you always thought was beyond you, then read the whole line starting with the frame. And there's a frame here in magenta with rounded corners that says, blank is actually within my capabilities. The typeface for the statement is actually within my capabilities is actually drawn from the title of card 29. So it's the same, it's a title. So in a sense, with this card, you're making your own bold statement like the titles of all of the cards. So I like that about this setup here visually. Okay. So again, I'm here on the top of Life's Peak for a reason, is because I'm thinking about something I thought was beyond me that is actually within my capabilities. And I'm going to talk today a little bit about, I am writing in script. So I started writing and I put it in script, and we're not doing that. Back to print. Why do I always start with that? I guess I just can't help it. Okay. So my loftiest, that O is really funky. It's like the funkiest O I've ever seen. I don't know what it looks like. It looks like a little bit like a guitar pick that's warped, like a plastic guitar pick, like a plastic guitar pick that has been heated too much. So that's that. That's interesting. I'm going to say, for me, my loftiest goal is actually within my capabilities. Excellent. Okay. So now I'm going to use the bottom of the sheet here to kind of sketch out what I'm talking about. Well, one, I'm talking about self-care. We've been talking about that a lot, and this is taking care of yourself, making sure that you're in a good place in every aspect of your self. So self-care, that is within my capabilities. That's part of my loftiest goal. That's like the height. I'm going to say the height of self-care. The height of self-care. I'm going to write the height. This is like, here's me. I'm still writing the word height for those of you who are listening. And, that I is really weird. A long I. Long I, long O. Okay. So the height, I got to write the word of. It's going to be right above self-care. Okay. So, just move the O. More dots. Okay. All over the place right now. Okay. The height of self-care is actually within my capabilities. Okay. And what's the word we've been using for this to describe my journey here? To describe my outlook is shushutage. And I love that we accidentally discovered that through a slip of the pen, right? Instead of writing shushotage, which is whispering, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that very well. So I was trying to write shushotage, which is whispering, about, remember those interpreters and what they do when they're right next to the person who they're interpreting for, and basically whispering what the interpretation is of the words that they're hearing from the other party. So I meant to write that, but then I wrote shushotage, which is the word for pampering in French. So that's become a really important concept to me because it's tied into the height of self-care. This is like the highest possible level. This is like the great, this is why we're on life's peak right now, right? In the height of the Casserole mountain range here, high above Potluck Land, is because this is the highest form of self-care that we're going to reach. That is within my capabilities. What else? Okay, next thing is I'm writing civic investment. I misspelled investment wrong. Okay, I read let me spell investment correctly. Civic investment. All right, I'm still finishing up investment after. Okay, so I'm going to say the height of civic investment is actually within my capabilities. So this is me. This is a challenge to myself to get to the level. I've been thinking a lot about municipal bonds recently, right, that finance important civic projects. And I think the reason that the idea of municipal bonds has been occurring to me because I'm talking about my own desire to, at the highest level, invest in the civic infrastructure of my community and the place where I live. So that is within my capabilities. The height of civic investment is actually within my capabilities. That feels really good to say out loud. So I could tell I'm on the right track there. All right. And then finally, third, something I've been thinking about too. Remember, we've been talking about treasure a lot. And I think what we're talking about with treasure is financial flourishing. Something I'm thinking about right now, how to set that up, how to be in the best place possible for that. Financial flourishing is actually within my capabilities. Feels good to say that too. So here are 3 things that I think, oh, maybe these things are beyond me. Maybe they're too big for me. They're too big of a height to climb, too big of a challenge. But these are all well within my capabilities. And you'll see the same is true for your wildest dreams. So I'm going to say them out loud. The height of self-care is actually within my capabilities. The height of civic investment is within my capabilities. And finally, reaching the heights of financial flourishing is actually within my capabilities. Give this a shot for yourself. See what's within your capabilities. And I promise you, all of those things are within your reach. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time on Life's Potluck Buffet.